And nikasema, you know what, we have to find a way of bringing her here. We just have a conversation with her because I think she has a very good story and also what she's doing on the golf course.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. So me, I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Now, just before we start, for someone listening to us this morning and wondering, who is this girl, Naom Wafula? Who is Naom Wafula? Amezaliwa wapi? Grew where? Went to school where?
Naom Wafula.
Yeah.
She's a girl from Kitale.
Yeah.
From the village in Kitale.
Yeah.
At 3 years old, my auntie picked me up.
Yeah.
Because my mom was struggling with 4 kids, single mom in the village, tough life. And Auntie Rose Naliaka brought me to Nairobi, gave me a golf club when I was 6 years old. And that's how my golf journey started. She took me to good schools here in Nairobi. So she really changed my life from very poor, humble background to what it is right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
From Kitale. Chepe comes from Kitale.
I'm telling you, Kitale people, we are cooking. Oh, we are cooking. I'm so proud. I can't.
Kitale to the world.
Kitale to the world.
Yes.
And as you mentioned, by the way, you've said Rose Naliaka. And let me just tell you something, Kwanya, about Rose Naliaka.
Yeah.
She is the first ever female pro golfer in this country. That is Rose Naliaka, her aunt. So already from the beginning, you had a pro. To just guide you through your path. How was that working with your aunt, apart from of course her supporting you, but now on the golf course? How is it working with her?
It was so motivating for me because in fact before I started playing golf, she took me to tennis and swimming lessons, and then for golf I used to go with her on the golf course when she's going to compete, and then I see her come with these big trophies, and she's always on the newspaper like she's winning. So that's what motivated me. So the fact I started at a young age under her mentorship, it was a very big plus for me.
Brilliant.
Absolutely. So among all the sports that she took you through, tennis, there was also maybe football was also involved, golf. Why did you just fall in love with golf? Was it because she was also part of the sport? Ama there something you saw from the sport golf?
Okay, so when I started golf, I actually became good at it. I followed in her footsteps quite fast. So by 12 years old, I made history as the youngest female to be in a Kenya ladies official team. So with all this, it came with amazing things like my school fees being paid for, opportunities. So that's what made me fall in love with the game.
But how was that experience being the youngest? You were 12.
Yes.
And you were in the national team, golf.
Yes.
Representing this country. How was that for you?
It was amazing for me. At 12, I actually didn't think much about it. I didn't realize how good I was. And so for me, it wasn't a big thing, but I was out there enjoying what I loved to do. I loved to compete. I loved to go out on the golf course. So I was just, for me, enjoying it. And the outcome was actually always good for me.
Naom, you are quoted to have said that golf is magical. I just want to know, I would just love to know why would you say that golf is magical?
For me, golf is magical for many reasons. One, you experience the beauty out on the golf courses. It's very beautiful. Two, the exposure, the experience that comes with it. I've had amazing exposure through my golf years. I've met amazing people, and through connections I've been able to go to school. I've been able to get work. So it's, for me, it's just magical to able to achieve all that. And the fact that I come from a very poor background where my mom couldn't afford to do all this for me. So golf has really it's done a lot for me.
Yes, and you mentioned earlier you've just turned pro recently, and I'm just curious about the pathway to be a pro golfer, because I think it starts with the juniors, then there's amateur, and then there's pro. Can you just take us through that progress of turning pro?
So there are different pathways to turn pro. So first, if you see, the good thing with golf, you can start at any age. So some of us, like me, we had the advantage. We started when we were young, so we were able to play junior golf through the Junior Golf Foundation of Kenya, and then from there we that ends at 21 years old. Then you advance to elite amateur, and then from there it's up to you as a player to decide whether to turn professional and for what reason. So there are different pathways to turn professional and different reasons. So you can turn to be a coaching professional, to play on tour. So for me, what made me to turn was to play on tour. Aside, I do coaching. I do coach juniors 21 years and below, but I've always had that passion to play on tour. So last year when we had the Sunshine Development Tour and the Professional Golfers of Kenya, they brought tours here at home, which we've never had that platform before. This was one of the biggest reasons that motivated us to turn professional. Because
Just continue.
Because before you had to go outside the country, just like how my auntie Rose turned, she had to go outside the country, especially for the females. So only until last year, the Professional Golfers of Kenya welcomed in females, and they gave us an amazing pathway. And then we had the Sunshine Development Tour. So now we have this amazing pathway right here at home where we can participate and play. We don't have to go outside the country.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Absolutely. You say you coach juniors. How is that?
It's amazing. I love to interact with juniors. I did training for US Kids Golf, how to train on how to coach juniors, because it's different how you deal with the kids and how you deal with adults. So it's a big passion for me, and I was doing it a lot actually before I turned professional. Right now I'm professional. I'm playing on tour. We have tournaments back to back weekly, so it's more playing, more training than coaching juniors. We still have programs. I still coach the juniors, but now it's more focusing on the tour as well. Yes,
and speaking of the tours, because I think where you caught my eye in Rwanda, that is under the Sunshine Development Tour, you did hit a hole in one. And I thought that was awesome. Can you tell us how was that experience? And for Kwanya who doesn't know golf, mwambie a hole in one ni nini?
And not just a hole in one. I have a hole in one. There's over par, there's under par, there's handicap. Please, just for the benefit of Kwanya and even our listeners, enlighten us, please.
So golf has a lot of terms which non-golfers sometimes fail to understand. But hole in one, it's one of the biggest achievements every golfer wants to achieve. Whether you're a good golfer, a golfer who plays for fun, everyone wants to get a hole in one. That means on the shortest hole, which is called a par 3, we have 3 pars in golf: par 3, par 4, par 5. Par 3 being the shortest, par 5 being the longest, and par 4 medium. So par 3, you get a distance which you can hit it inside the hole directly for one shot. So it's very difficult to do that, even for us good golfers, even to the best golfers in the world. So for me, I've just turned pro. I'm going for my first international event in Rwanda. It's my first international event as a professional, and I made that hole in one, and it was one of the biggest highlights of my season 1 for the Sunshine Development Tour.
Handicapped.
So handicap is, a lot of non-golfers think handicap is like you have a problem. so it's not that. You get a handicap when you start playing golf. You go out on the golf course. A handicap measures how good you are. It measures how good you are. So it's a number that represents how good you are. You are given this number which goes into the golf system, and through playing tournaments, you hand over your scores, and the system detects if you've played well, your number goes down. If you've played badly, it goes up. So like ladies start from 36. So you have a handicap of 36, and the better you become, you keep going. below
36.
And when you reach 0, you start going to +1, +2, +3, meaning you are giving the course strokes, meaning you are really good and you can decide whether to turn professional at this point. Professional golf, we don't use handicaps.
But the decision of turning professional as a golfer, is it your decision, ama what makes you, what determines that you turn a professional?
It's your decision. So as I mentioned, we have different pathways. So the different pathways, it has different determinations on how you are going to turn. I turned under the Professional Golfers of Kenya. You have to have qualified to have been in the national team. There are a few qualifications, so they look at all that, and once you qualify, then you go ahead and pay the entry fee, and you are officially a pro. So that is how to turn under the Professional Golfers of Kenya. There are so many different associations to turn from, and different ways. Others they turn so that they can be coaching pros. So just like that.
There are different pathways.
Yes,
yes. And there's something we just talked about off air, because I've remembered, because we have the Magical Kenya Open very soon. I think it will be in February.
Yes.
And I thought you would be participating, but the interesting thing, you've told me that it's only for the men. Was it ever there for the women as well, Ladies Open before?
Yes, we had the Magical Kenya Open for the men and the Magical Kenya Ladies Open for the women, which was happening down at Vipingo Ridge. So unfortunately, the women it stopped. So we've gone 2 years without it. That was a bit of a disappointment for us, because it was a big opportunity for us female golfers, for sponsors, for Kenya itself as a tourism country. So however, we had the Sunshine Development Tour coming up with this tour, which it's now giving us another platform, which like the Magical Kenya Ladies Open was giving us. So this is giving us another platform. And like last year, season 1, which just ended last week at Karen, I participated in all the events, and because I was able to make cuts in 7 of the events. That's how I got my Sunshine Ladies Tour card, which progresses me to compete at the higher level, like the one we were competing at Vipingo, but it stopped. So now, instead of it being here, I go down to South Africa and compete at high level with my fellow females, because we don't have that platform for females here in Kenya. So the Sunshine Development Tour gave us females a platform to compete with the men. So we have a platform as well.
And how has that been a challenge? How has it been dealing with that? Because as you said, for any pro, you need as many tournaments as possible so that you can get better and improve, and of course get challenged as well. So how has it been difficult? Of course, that is now before the Sunshine opportunity came. How difficult was it for you?
It was very difficult. It was difficult to the point I was actually about to focus on other things. As much as turning professional to play on tour was my dream, it's the opportunities that were coming my way. It was becoming a bit scarce for me to go to that end, because I had to go abroad. I had to go to Q school, which is very, very, it's quite expensive. So it needs a lot of investment. So I was wanting to focus mainly on coaching and other business outside golf to try and make money. Until now, the Sunshine Development Tour came up, and I was like, okay, let me turn pro. I see how it goes. And so it's changed. When I started playing the Sunshine Development Tour, I was like, let me give this a try, and that's how everything unfolded. That's how I'm here today. So I really thank God for that.
But there's something interesting. You said you took a bit of an hiatus for about four years. And you went back to Kitale. You went and cooked Chipomwitu.
Yes.
Kindly tell us about that. What were some of the challenges? Why did you make that decision to leave something you love to go back and try to make ends meet?
Okay, so me being from I was from a very poor background. Auntie Rose brought me up in a rich lifestyle. So I didn't go back home when I was in Nairobi, I never got the opportunity to go back home to see the reality of life, how things are. So I got mingled with rich kids and a rich upbringing. And at that time, at a young stage, I was already making a big name through golf. So all this, it's the pressure, everything started hitting me. And I realized that it's different for me, because for me, I'm from a poor background. My family, they all rely on me. So I didn't realize this until I gave up golf. I stopped everything and went back home to cook chips me too, so that I could try and make ends meet. So
it was because you felt so much pressure, because you were in that path of being successful. People started knowing you. You became sort of a celeb, and then you felt so much pressure to maybe either to deliver or what was it?
I will say sometimes we, especially when we get to teenage year, we fall short. So for me, I will say I fell short. I got into the wrong company. I started drinking alcohol, which for my career, it does not align with my career at all. So that's how the downfall for me started. So for me to get back up, it came to that realization that I am from a poor background where my family is relying on me. I have to get back up and fight and make ends meet so that I can help my family.
Many times, the sport of golf, many times when someone hear golf, what comes in mind is that it's an elitist sport. It's a sport ya mababi. I don't know what you can say about that, because many times you hear about golf, you hear about CEOs. Those are the guys who are in the golf course. I don't know what you could say about that, or how would you debunk that?
I will say first, golf it's for everyone. Golf, and myself, I'm an example that anybody can play this game, because I'm from backgrounds where my mom couldn't afford to pay for me this. But why it's people say that because it is an expensive sport. It's a very expensive sport. Buying golf gear, traveling around for golf events, it's a very expensive sport. So that's where people assume that this is a game for the rich. And yes, we do have a lot of big people who play golf. And for me, I've had good connections where such people, they have helped me, taken me to school, helped me get my way to the top, and the journey is still continuing. So I will say, like Auntie Rose, she changed that in 2005 when she started the Golf Naliaka Academy. She went to schools from poor backgrounds. She selected kids and she trained these kids, provided for them. So that's how we find, like today in the Kenya ladies team, we'll say about 6 of the girls are from the Naliaka Academy, from poor backgrounds like me. So as much as golf, it's an expensive sport, these days we have programs which nurture people from poor background so that they can advance.
And that's I'm very curious now. Your thought about, of course, now you are a woman in golf. How hard or how easy is it to be to be a woman in golf? Do you have to be extra, to work more extra hard to get, as you said, you have to tournaments as not as much as it can be. So how has it been for you?
It's tough. It's tough, especially if you are relying on your own. You'll see most players, they have their parents to back them up, or they have people to back them up. I'll say by the time for me people started coming to help me, I was on my own. So it's tough, especially when your own support system. So when I was cooking chips mwitu at home in Kitale, I got a phone call from the MD of Bet Lion, and they offered me work at the Bet Lion company and offered me to get back into golf. So they started supporting my golf, and through that I got the invite to go play at Vipingo Ridge, the Sunshine, the Ladies European Tour, Magical Kenya Ladies Open. And at Vipingo Ridge, they offered me to stay down there for training, that I could train myself, because they have one of the best practice facilities down at Vipingo Ridge. And so they offered me also to train the kids from the village in Vipingo Ridge. So I accepted that offer. The thing is, where it becomes tough again is traveling to tournaments. Now we had these tours which came up, and traveling from one tournament to another tournament was very difficult. So especially Vipingo Ridge, it's very far, so it was very costly for me. And sometimes I'll say one of my biggest supporter that I had was his Honorable Mike Sonko. I used to give him a call when I have a tournament, so he used to help me. So that helped me to play these tournaments where I performed well, I got recognized, and I got the tour card. So that's how the journey has gotten here.
And you've talked about brands, and I'm now very curious, because now you are a big name now in golf, in terms of women ladies golf. Are there now brands currently like looking for you for collaboration, for partnerships?
Yes, I'm so happy and grateful that the pathway, everything is coming together now. It's been a long journey. It's been a very tough journey. In fact, when I got the news that I've received that card, it was my first time to cry tears of joy, because when I thought of where I'd come from, and that moment I had received that card, which I thought I wouldn't receive it, and it had always been my dream, it was just a very happy, full, emotional moment for me. So I'll say that.
Earlier on you mentioned you've been mentioning school. I'd really want to know how important it is for school combined with sports. How do they correlate?
Okay, so when I was in school, I used to only play during the weekends, mostly, because during the week it was school time. But it's all about time management. Sometimes, like mostly I advise, especially parents today who have kids who are playing, when you leave school at 4 p.m, if there's a bit of time, the kid can go to the range for like an hour and make it work. So it's just about time management. Of course, school is very important, so school should always be number one. But I will also tell the parents out there to just, as any time they have, to encourage their kids to play anytime, because that is how you get perfection at it, and that is how when you go to tournaments, it's easier for you to perform well through practice.
And something that you've mentioned that has been big for you, especially this year, is getting that tour card. How big of a deal is that, a tour card, and what does the tour card offer you as a professional golfer?
So it offers me to play in the main Sunshine Ladies Tour in South Africa from February. The season starts in February to May. So this gives me an opportunity to compete at one of the highest levels in the world. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I'll say the tournament we have had, like the Sunshine Development Tour and the PGK Equator Tour that we've been participating in with the men, that's been amazing practice and preparation for me. So it's been good preparation, and now I'm ready to travel next week to test myself at the highest level.
Does it now affect your rankings? Does it help in terms of rankings, the tour in South Africa?
Yes, it helps. And when I do well, it's another pathway for me to go to the European Tour, and gives me another pathway to progress to the Ladies Professional Golfers of Association, and now to the Olympics. So all these are just pathways that lead us to the bigger stage.
Oh, fantastic.
And that is now why for me right now it's easier to work with brands, because now we are trying to promote this game. Other girls out there, especially black girls, because going international, it's not easy you find a black girl out there. So even like when I'm going to compete in South Africa, will only be 3 black girls. So we are just trying to promote the game, to give hope to other girls out there that now you can play this game and actually play on tour and make money through it.
You are one of the few, I think 2 now, professional women golfers in the country. I don't know, what do you think should be done to have more women and girls to turn pro as golfers in Kenya?
I think now everything is being done for that to happen. We have the tours have come on board. We are grateful to all the sponsors, the event organizers. They are all coming on board, and because of these tours and of course the sponsorships making the tours possible, the sponsorships from the brands, it's giving us a platform to play. So girls out there are seeing there's a platform, especially right here at home. Before, there was not this platform for us. You had to go to South Africa or abroad. So now the platform is right here at home. So that's one of the biggest reasons that more girls will turn professional. Right now we are 3, and when we come to about 10 of us, we will still compete with the men, but it will be now possible for them to set aside female only female only money prize and male only money prize.
Okay.
Yes.
And there's something interesting you've mentioned. It's the Olympics. That is now, it will be in LA in 2028. I just want us to dream a little bit. So what will it take to say for you now to participate in the Olympics? What does the path look like?
The path, it's for me to have to work at it, to work hard, and a lot of practice, a lot of working hard. And golf, when you're traveling for tournaments, it's a lot of money you're spending also. So it needs myself to work hard and a good management team. So with a good management team, when all this comes together, myself, I train and participate well in Sunshine Tour, participate well in the European Tour. That is how I'm going to get to the Olympics.
Okay. Do you need a certain point to go to the Olympics, or how do golfers now get into the Olympics?
So through these pathways, I have to do well in Sunshine Ladies Tour to get to the European Tour. To get to the Ladies Professional Golfers Association Tour, and then now to get to the Olympics.
It's a long journey.
It's a long journey, but very possible.
Interesting.
In any sport, there's always preparation, right? Right now, you're headed to South Africa. What kind of preparations do golfers go through as they prepare for a tournament?
I'll say personally, I do gym 5 days a week. I'm training on the golf course and on the range every single day. I only take 1 off day, and I'm working on my diet, because playing at high level golf international, it comes with all that. You have to work on even the smallest things, like what you eat. So it's a tough journey, but with the right people around you, it's very possible. And the hardest part is the preparation. The easiest part is now when you get to the stage and you are well prepared for it, because you go to that stage, you know you're well prepared for it, and then you allow the outcome to show itself through the preparation.
You've said people around you. I'm just curious to maybe you let us know. Do you guys, as a golfer, do you have a coach? What kind of people is always around you? Like what in football they will always call technical bench.
So I have a management team, and so when I need to work on for example, my short game, I inform my management team and they get me a coach. When I need clubs, I inform my management team. They try and negotiate for me sponsorships. So that's how it's done. because especially when you're playing on tour, you need so much time to focus on the game. Yeah, so it's always good to have someone behind your back negotiating for you sponsorships, doing all this, because like for example, when I go to South Africa, I'll be down there for a few months and playing 9 events, so it's very costly and it comes with a lot. So having a team behind you while you are focusing on training is very important. Yeah.
Yes, and I'm just very curious now. Of course, now you've turned pro. You began golf at a very young age. What are some of the key lessons you've learned, or what has golf taught you generally as a human being since you were young until now? You are turning pro. Of course, now as you mature, you get as you grow older, you get more mature and all that. What are some just key lessons that you've learned?
I'll say the 2 main ones is discipline and patience. With golf, you have to be disciplined because you have to. I'll say, for example, right now I don't have a social life because I can't afford to go like out with my friends because that time is what I'm spending to train. Even like if it's evening out, that time I need to be resting to recharge because at 5:40 in the morning I'm in the gym. So it comes with a lot of sacrifice. Yeah.
So does that mean you've lost friends along the way? Now that there's no social life part.
Yes, I've lost a lot of friends along the way. Yeah, but I'll say it's very worth it. For me, I have an end goal. I want to make things successful for myself so that I can help others just the way people helped me. Yeah,
and something big we talked about earlier is in terms of pressure, because now you are a pro. Now the pressure again increases a little bit. So I'm just curious, how have you prepared yourself now this time round, of course, to now deal with that pressure, to make sure again, of course, mental health is very important, to deal with that as well?
I will say that the tournaments we've been participating in season 1 of both the Sunshine Development Tour and the PGK Equator Tour, which just both ended their season 1, though that was one of the best preparations we've had. Myself, who's going to Sunshine Ladies Tour, and for the men who are going to participate in the Magical Kenya Open, that's been one of the best preparation, because when you are competing competitively, you learn how to overcome all this, how to handle the pressure, and it comes with time. So when you don't have these tournaments and you go straight from not playing tournaments straight to a major event, then you don't know how to handle the pressure. So I will say having these tournaments, playing them, it's helped us know how to handle pressure, and now we are more prepared than ever.
Having been in the golf sector, the sport, do you feel the institutions, be it government institution, private institution, do you think they support golf to make sure that the golf we improve the sport in the country with the many years that now you've been a golfer?
Do
you feel they are doing enough to help the sport improve?
I feel now we have brands, we have the government, they're all coming in to support in a bigger way than it was before. So I feel now golf, from how we started and how golf is now, it's growing. When we were playing as juniors, sometimes we will just be 2 girls competing amongst the boys in junior events. But right now we have so many juniors, we have so many girls, we have brands like banks, which are like we've had, for example, NCBA supports the junior foundation for a very long time. We have other brands out there, so many that are now supporting junior golf, amateur golf, and professional golf. So I'll say from how it started for us and where it is now, golf, it's growing and it's on the right path.
Yes. I'm just very curious. Who is your role model in golf? Who is that golfer that you look up to?
Seme goat.
Goat wangu ni goat wangu. I don't know who do you look up for? Maybe it could be a gentleman, it could be a lady. Who do you look up for and say, you know what, I want to be like him or I want to be like her?
I look up to Tiger Woods because Tiger Woods, he's achieved so many things which no other golfer has ever achieved ever before. And Tiger Woods, in fact, being a black man, if you listen to his history, sometimes when the sport was for the black people are not well recognized. Sometimes he'll go to a tournament and he's not allowed even in the clubhouse because he's a black man. So I will say how he's handled all the pressures that have come in his life, how he's managed to play so well and achieve so many things that no other golfers achieved. For me, that's a motivation.
And you said that you were taken by your aunt while you're still young, introduced to golf. You now started practicing to be a golfer. How then, once now you started playing golf, this is now what you wanted to do, planning for the future. How did the parents back home now take that now Naomi is taking golf? Did they embrace it? Did they support it?
Yeah, so I will say when my aunt took me from the village, I didn't have a close connection with my family, but they would hear about me and I'm progressing well. And when I had that downfall and I had to go back home and I started cooking chips, my mom was supportive because we were making money. My grandma, however, told me this is not for me. I'm supposed to be out there playing golf. So anyway, thank God for the call I received and I got back into golf, and right now my family, they support me with prayers.
Mimi niko na swali. Let me just take you back to Chipumwitu. How did that story end, by the way? How did it now finally it came to an end, it stopped? And was it a success?
The call changed everything.
Okay.
So when I went home, I was running away from golf. I felt like I was like Jonah running away from my calling. And of course nikamezwa na samaki. Life taught me lessons out there. So I had said that I'm not going to play golf again the moment I was going home to cook chips mwitu. But when I was doing it, I was struggling to do it because I was not used to that lifestyle, first of all. So I will say I'm grateful that happened, because if that didn't happen, I wouldn't have understood the roots where I come from, and it wouldn't have motivated me to stand back, come to, because many people fall and only a few actually come back, rise again. So I'm happy for that lesson of cooking chips mwitu. I'm so grateful for that call I received. By that time my heart had softened and I wanted to play golf again.
You wanted to go back to it.
Yes.
Brilliant. Yes, and of course we are in 2026. We're just a month in, and I would just love to know your goals for 2026.
So my goal is to progress really well in the Sunshine Ladies Tour, and in all the tours I'll participate in this year.
I think as we finalize our conversation, which is very good, me personally, I think I've learned a few things when it comes to golf and handicap. We've learned under par. By the way, what is under par and over par?
So under par is when you play better than what you are supposed to play. So I had mentioned there was the par 3, par 4, par 5. So for example, on the par 3, you're supposed to get a score of 3. So if you now get a score of 2, that is under par. So you've played better than you've surpassed
the target.
Yes. And if you play like 4 and you are supposed to play 3, that is over par. So which is called a bogey.
Which is not very, very
so
good.
The total scores now, most golf courses in Kenya, they are par 72. So meaning you're supposed to play 72 strokes. So if you have played maybe 71 strokes, you have played under par. If you have played 73, you have played over par.
At least now we get that. That's a good lesson, really. Sindio.
Kabisa.
And as we finalize, I don't know if you have swali ya mwisho, because Mimi, the one I have is just basically for you to talk to a young girl in Kitale
to inspire somebody,
inspire that young girl who wants to be a golfer like you. What would you tell that girl?
I will tell them, like, dream, work with what you have. You don't have to have everything you need right now to progress you. Like for me, I started when I didn't have so many things. So just dream, work with what you have, be positive each and every day, and focus. Don't let peer pressure get into you. Alcohol, drugs, all those are just pleasure that will bring you down, especially if you have not achieved your goal yet. So set a goal for yourself and work towards that goal. Once you've achieved it, then now you can have all the fun. Everything is awaiting for you out there.
But these sports come with fame and popularity. How do you guys deal with that? Because now you start winning, people start knowing you. Naom is a fantastic golfer. Everybody now wants to talk to you. How do you guys deal with that fame and popularity? And then that also comes with pressure of social media, things like that.
Yeah, I think golf itself is a game that teaches like discipline and being humble and integrity, so many things. So I'll say it all aligns with life as well. So I'll say for me, what I've picked up in golf lessons, it's taught me a lot in life lessons as well, and I think that's how we are able to manage it well. And of course, you have to keep God first, to keep praying, so that you're strong to handle any negativity that comes your way. But having a positive mindset and being humble, it's a plus.
Absolutely. I think that's the best place to leave it, really. Apart from golf, which sport do you also follow? Because I know you can't be only on golf full time.
What else do you enjoy?
I like swimming. I swim a lot. When I was in school, actually, I was very good at so many sports. Only after school, golf was what was there for me, and it had already given me many opportunities. So that's the path I took. But right now, when I'm free, I do swimming. But I can run, I can play tennis, I can do so many sports. I'm an athletic person, in short.
Multifaceted,
multi-talented. Yes. Thank you so much for coming here on the Breakpoint on SportyFM to speak to us. At least we have understood and learned a few things when it comes to golf. I wish you all the best as you go to South Africa.
Thank you.
Yes. As you ukienda ku represent the country, and all the best in that event that is going to take place in South Africa. Time now is 53 minutes after 11. We've been speaking to Naom Wafula, who is one of the few professional female golfers we have in the country.
SportyFM. Is this the dagger? Beyond Sport.